If you like the video, please consider supporting us on Patreon.
Here we are on a beautiful sunny day with this wonderful huge top light above me called the sky. Now, let's put me in a car. All that light is gone. The roof of the car is like a big topper that's blocked out all that wonderful daylight from the sky. It's like being in a really small room with a super low ceiling surrounded by 360-degree windows, all showing bright daylight outside. It's contrast hell. This is what it is to shoot in a car interior in the daytime, bright daylight. A big part of lighting for film and video is managing contrast. How bright are some parts of your shot, how close to white? How dark are other parts, how close to black? And all the grays in between. And nowhere do we see a better example of that than a car interior shot during the day. As I mentioned, right, we've got no top light. We're surrounded 360 degree by windows. And not only do we have bright daylight coming in, but objects outside of the frame can be blown out by that direct sunlight. What do? If the car has a sunroof or moonroof, we could open that and that will help. And that's great if it's a stationary shot, but not ideal if the car is driving down the street. Trees and buildings that the car drives under or by can throw shapes and shadows on your subject that can be very distracting. Also, the glass of a sunroof is usually tinted, so that's taking light away, which we need. We could open the sunroof altogether, but now you're letting noise in. We could use diffusion. That could help. It's going to take at least a stop of light away. But the other problem with that is usually sun and moon roofs are right over the front seat. So they're not lighting the people in the back, and they're potentially overlighting the people in the front who are lit by all that light coming in through the windshield. The solution is to add lights to the ceiling of the car. On a project that I AD'd this year called Riding Cars with Strangers, the DP Colten Becker put 1 by 1 foot flex lights panels into the ceiling. Flex lights are a brand of flexible LED lights. They come in various sizes, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 1 by 2 feet, and other dimensions, and from many other manufacturers. They affix the lights to the ceiling with T-pins. T-pins are usually used in crafting, and they're great for affixing flex lights to situations where you're dealing with fabric like you are in the ceiling of a car. Gaffer's tape's just not going to hold it. They're eventually going to drop and fall, which you don't want. Flex lights come in either daylight or bicolor configurations, and they're powered by different types of batteries. They ran the cables for them along the ceiling and then down one of the partitions between car doors, kind of mask it out with tape. They can be powered by various types of onset batteries like V-mount or Sony MPF. Colten was shooting with Ursa Mini Pro, so he had quite a few V-mount batteries around to spare. Because we were shooting in sunny California, Colten set the brightness of the flex lights when the car was in bright sunlight. He knew he was going to be fighting with that bright daylight exterior for a lot of the shots. So he set it based on that versus the car being in shade. But though flex lights are great, they can't compete with the brightness of sunny daylight. ND gels to the rescue. We're familiar with putting ND filters on the lens of our camera, and that it takes the light level down overall, right, coming in through the lens onto our sensor. But with ND gel, we can be selective about what areas of our shot we bring the light level down. In this case, the windows of the car. ND comes in ND3, 6, and 9, which are light level stoppage of 1, 2, and 3 stops, respectively. Colten chose to put ND9 gel on the windows, bringing them down 3 stops. This gave him the flatter look he wanted, so that he could see the expressions on the characters' faces, given that this was a comedy. For a more dramatic series, he might put a lower ND gel or none at all for a contrastier look. ND9 gel was cut to the shape of the windows and taped on nice and tight with Gaffer's tape. All the windows, 360 degrees all the way around the car, including the windshield. Here's a shot with no ND on the windshield, and now here's a shot with it. Some DPs will double up ND6, 2 and 2, to take the light level down by 4 stops. And no, we didn't have any issue with the ND gel flapping in the wind as we were driving. It was taped on nice and tight with good old Gaffer's tape. Holds the world together. On a film set, at least. Note, some car windows may already be tinted either from the factory or afterward by the owner. In that case, you might have to use ND3 or 6 on those windows, or none at all. But either way, it's a good idea to just shoot tests. Generally, the front windows and windshield aren't tinted, depending on what state. In California, for example, it's illegal. Overall, using flex lights to bring light in and ND gel to take light down helped Colten and his team manage contrast, but also to be nimble on set. This was a low budget project, and we shot the whole thing in car interiors, and I think we used at least 4 different cars. So it was good for them. It was good to be nimble, T-pins, get those lights in, tape those gels on. For those interested, Colten shot at an f2.8 with internal ND filters on. He shot at an ISO around 200 to 400 with an Ursa Mini Pro first gen. Lens he shot with is a Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8, and he recorded it on ProRes 422 1080p. For shots requiring a camera actually on the dashboard to get the shot of the driver and the backseat passengers, he mounted a pocket cam 4K on the dash. The project, as I mentioned, is called Riding in Cars with Strangers. It was written by a good friend of ours, Sanji De Silva, for her company, Angry Elephant Productions. And it's going to be out some point in 2020, and Manu is busy editing it and color correcting and doing audio work on it now. So we'll keep you posted on that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out pullmyfocus.tv for the companion articles that go along with our videos. And thanks for watching.
That's a change.
Wow, you're so beautiful here.
Right, well, because we are going to get it from the front seat.
Nice car.
Well, we weren't going to get
Nice
that, but we can. Have more.
Whose car is it?
Nice.
Nice.